Well, hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. If you want a wreath that looks just like the flower crown that came off of Carol Baskin's head, then keep watching. Here are the materials I used. First things first, you've got to snip, snap all of those rascally stems off of your faux flora. This took me a little bit to get into the groove of. Some of these flower stems were really fighting back. So I've learned a little trick that I wanted to share with you. So what you do is you take your wire cutters, snip, snap, and you see that little groove in the middle there? Well, you're gonna point that groove toward the flower part of the stem and then kind of do a flick of the wrist and it should snap right off. So here I'm just continuing to separate the stems from the leaves, and it's all going smoothly until I get to this pink flower over here that's double cheeked up on a Thursday, hecka stemmed, thick with two C's stem, thick. You can see I'm having a bit of a time trying to figure out which angle to approach it from. And here, I find out that you can just pull it out. You can just pull the flower right out. Who knew? I sure didn't. So right now I've started to fluffy, flurf the leaves because I want to be able to see where there are any gaps that need filling by flowers later on after I've glued the leaves down to the embroidery hoop. And I'm also bending the stem to kind of match the curve of the hoop as well. It's important to note here that when I was laying the leaves, I kind of alternated going stem to stem and then leaf to leaf so that there's enough room for the flowers later on. Also, pro tip, you want to glue the leaves on before you start fiddling with the arrangement of the flowers, because if you don't glue the leaves on first, you're going to be trying to balance the leaves onto the hoop and then balancing the flowers onto the leaves, and it's chaos. I speak from experience if you can't tell. It's not a game, it's a rich thing. Now I'm starting to arrange the flowers, and I try to keep all of the bigger flowers toward the left center because that's where I want the bulk of my wreath to be. And I diffuse the smaller flowers throughout the top and bottom of the wreath. And you kind of can like rearrange the leaves and the flowers as you go to try to make it look more fluffy, I guess. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little peek into Libra life. Now we're back to just putting on some finishing touches of little yellow flowers here and there. And in a few moments you'll see me give the wreath a little shake. Oh, yep, there it was. A little shaky shake because you just want to make sure that all the flowers and leaves are really on your wreath, because especially if you're putting it on a door and it's opening and closing, you don't want any of your leaves or flowers to fall off and then have to go through the trouble of getting out the hot glue gun and re-gluing it on. Ugh, who wants to do that? Here's the part that I am so excited for, because that means we're almost done and you get to hang it on your door. But this is the part where you hot glue the hello sign onto your wreath. This hello sign in particular was from Target on clearance, and so I don't think they have it anymore, but I will link similar hellos down below. And feel free to put as much of a glob of glue on the end of your sign as you need, because you're just going to cover it with a leaf anyway. And then here I'm just showing you, my husband generously lent me some fishing line to tie the other half of the hello to the top of the wreath, just because I wanted that extra stabilization. If you don't have fishing line, you probably could use floss or like just regular string, anything you have that people can't see from a distance. And there you have it, folks, a wreath that makes you look like the friendliest person in the neighborhood, when in reality you just want to curl up on your couch and watch Netflix and have nothing to do with anybody. But that's okay, because it won't look that way. You're good. Your secret's safe with me. I hope you enjoyed this summery, springy wreath tutorial, and that you'll be back again the next time I have crafts to do. So please subscribe and like this video and hit that notification bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Bye!